Dr. Mark Changizi here with your Science Moment. Today I'm going to talk about another facet of free expression that combines with informed consent. And it's something that I hadn't quite put together, but Liberty and Law Institute did an amicus brief for our case against the federal government, our First Amendment case with Michael Sanger, Daniel Kotzen, myself, and Janine Eunice as point from the New Civil Liberties Alliance. And they did an amicus brief, and they made the point, which is really obvious on retrospect, but a nice point. Look, there's a number of senses in which informed consent was violated in terms of the vaccination requirements. First and foremost, there was no consent. You're fired from your job and banished from society, unable to go to public accommodations, all these sorts of events, you're unable to travel. So the consent part of it was gone. The informed part was gone for a whole number of reasons. Namely, they didn't even do the right kind of all-cause mortality studies. What they did know about in terms of adverse events was not communicated to almost anybody who took the medication. And there's another sense in which it violates the informed part of informed consent. And that's that the federal government, in conjunction with big tech, Twitter, and sort of everybody in the mainstream media, censored the viewpoints that were skeptical or critical of the medications. When the government and the policymakers and collude and or coerce big tech, social media, the public square, to ensure that there are no critical voices of the medication, then there can't be informed consent. The informed side is invariably pushed down. The government, in their collusion/coercion of big tech and all social media and Google and Apple, ensured there was no informed consent. When you violate free expression, and you do it at the network level, and you violate, hundreds of thousands of individuals suspended or censored, and millions of tweets, and the entire playing field of free expression is tilted to ensure there are no criticisms or mentions of the adverse effects of this particular medication. You have ensured there is no informed consent for anybody on Earth, and that's in fact what happened. And that was your Science Moment.